Power, money, betrayal. In the world of power, legacy. Building an empire isn't just about making deals, it's about who you trust, who you crush, and who decides to rise with you. Tariq St. Patrick and Tommy Egan, two of the most dangerous players in the power universe, are at a crossroads. Their paths are diverging, yet fate might bring them back together to rebuild an empire stronger than ever. But one question looms over everything. Who will stand by their side when the stakes are higher than ever? Ever since James' Ghost St. Patrick's empire fell, the power universe has been in chaos. Tariq, once just a kid trying to survive, his father's world has grown into a calculating, ambitious leader. He's no stranger to danger, and his choices have shaped him into someone who can take over his father's empire, but only if he navigates carefully. On the other side, Tommy Egan, the street-smart, fearless enforcer, is still trying to carve his own path. Loyal to Ghost's memory but driven by his own code, Tommy has always operated with one rule: loyalty above everything. Now, with the original empire gone, both men face the challenge of building power from scratch, and the world is watching every move they make. To understand the stakes, you need to see what brought them here. Ghost's empire wasn't just about money, it was about control, influence, and survival. Betrayal was around every corner, alliances shifted like sand, and those who underestimated him often paid the price. Tariq has learned these lessons firsthand. He's seen friends turn enemies, and family become the most dangerous players of all. Now, stepping into the spotlight, he has to use every skill he learned from Ghost strategy, negotiation, and intimidation to survive and expand. Tommy, too, knows the cost of power. His empire may not be as refined as Ghost's, but his street instincts and ruthless methods give him an edge that few can match. When Tariq and Tommy join forces, the combination is explosive and dangerous for anyone standing in their way. The question now is, who will they trust? In a world where loyalty is scarce and betrayal comes easy, every choice matters. Returning characters like Tasha, Angela, and Dre still have unfinished business, and their motivations are unpredictable. Will they side with Tariq or Tommy? Or will their own agendas threaten the foundation of any new empire? New faces entering the power, legacy universe also add layers of uncertainty. Some might offer help. Others might be wolves in disguise, waiting for the right moment to strike. For Tariq and Tommy, identifying allies and enemies is no longer a choice, it's survival, and survival is just the beginning. Building an empire means more than having money. It means influence, control, and making others fear you. Tariq's approach is calculated, using intellect and strategy, while Tommy relies on instinct and power. Together they could dominate the streets and boardrooms, but only if they choose wisely. Every move they make could either cement their rule or tear it apart. In the upcoming season, every handshake, every deal, and every confrontation could have consequences that shake the power legacy world to its core. Fans are left asking, who has what it takes to stand by Tariq and Tommy, and who will crumble under the pressure? The beauty of power, legacy, is its unpredictability. The game has changed, but the rules remain brutal. As Tariq and Tommy build their empire, we will see alliances form and shatter, new threats emerge, and long-standing feuds reignite. The streets, the money, and the power are all pieces in a high-stakes chess game, and each character's move matters. Whether returning characters reclaim their place or new players shake things up, one thing is certain. In this empire, only the strong survive, and loyalty is a rare commodity that can disappear in a heartbeat. The empire is rising, the stakes are higher than ever, and every decision could be the one that changes everything. Asterisk, when it comes to power, legacy, the returning characters are the glue that holds the story together. They are not just familiar faces, they are players with history, motives, and scores to settle. As Tariq and Tommy look to rebuild their empire, the question isn't just who will help them, but who will survive alongside them, each returning. Character brings a mix of loyalty, ambition, and unpredictability, and their decisions could make or break the future of the empire. Take Tasha St. Patrick, for example. Even after all the chaos, Tasha has always been one step ahead. She's not just a mother or a survivor, she's a strategist. Her loyalty is complex. She loves her family, but her instincts for survival are sharper than anyone's. If she decides to align with Tariq or Tommy, it could give them a powerful advantage. But if her personal ambitions clash with theirs, the consequences could be explosive. Tasha has proven in the past that she is capable of bold, ruthless moves, and the Empire's success may depend on whether she sees them as allies or obstacles. Then there's Angela Valdez, whose presence always adds tension. Angela's connection to both the St. Patrick family and the criminal world makes her a wild card. Her choices can swing the balance in unexpected ways. Will she side with justice, personal loyalty, or her own agenda? Angela has always operated in the gray area, and in a world where trust is scarce, that gray area could tip the scales. Fans know that Angela's return isn't just about nostalgia. It's about how her intelligence and moral ambiguity can shift power dynamics in favor of or against Tariq and Tommy. And we can't forget Dre, Tariq's loyal friend and rising player in the Empire. Dre has grown from a supporting role into someone who can hold his own in dangerous situations. His loyalty to Tariq is clear, but as the stakes rise, even the strongest bonds are tested. Dre represents a new generation of players willing to fight for respect and influence, but he also has ambitions that may conflict with Tariq's ultimate goals. Watching Dre navigate the delicate balance of friendship, loyalty, and ambition will be one of the most compelling parts of the new season. Other fan favorites, like Rashad or even returning rivals, bring layers of tension that keep viewers on the edge of their seats. Rashad, with his intelligence and street smarts, can serve as a critical ally or a dangerous foe. In Power, Legacy, it's never just about who joins the Empire. It's about who can survive the cutthroat world long enough to make an impact. Every returning character carries baggage from the original series, and those histories are now powerful tools or dangerous weapons. Their past alliances and betrayals are not just backstory. They are active elements that shape the present and future of Tariq and Tommy's plans. The beauty of returning characters lies in their unpredictability. Fans know their histories, but no one can ever be sure which side they'll take next. Even those who seem loyal may have hidden motives that could unravel the Empire in an instant. As alliances form, tensions rise, and old rivalries resurface, the Empire's foundation is constantly tested. Every scene becomes a delicate dance of trust and suspicion, and each character's move could be the one that sparks chaos or secures ultimate power. What makes this season especially gripping is how the returning characters are no longer just background players, they are central to the strategy. Tariq and Tommy can't simply rely on brute force or intelligence alone. They need allies who understand the stakes and are willing to play the long game. And in a world where loyalty is rare, the fans' favorite characters are also potential wild cards. Their involvement promises tension, drama, and moments that will leave viewers questioning who is truly on their side and who is waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Ultimately, the returning characters are more than fan service. They are the pulse of the Empire. Their ambitions, loyalties, and past choices are the very threads that weave the complex tapestry of power. Legacy. As they intersect with Tariq and Tommy's paths, every scene is charged with possibility, danger, and excitement. Watching these familiar faces navigate new challenges while confronting old wounds is a reminder that in Power, Legacy, power is not just claimed, it's fought for, and every ally could be the difference between rise and ruin, while returning. Characters set the stage. The real intrigue in Power, Legacy comes from the newcomers. Every new face brings uncertainty, tension, and the potential to disrupt the fragile balance of Tariq and Tommy's empire. These characters are not just filling space, they are designed to challenge loyalties, spark conflicts, and introduce fresh strategies to the game of power. For viewers, speculating about their motivations and alliances is part of the excitement. The key question isn't just who joins the Empire, but who can survive in a world where trust is a dangerous luxury. Some of the rumored additions for the new season hint at ambitious, intelligent, and dangerous personalities. These are characters who can think multiple steps ahead, manipulate situations, and turn the tables on established players. In a universe where street smarts and boardroom savvy are equally deadly, these newcomers can either strengthen Tariq and Tommy's empire, or become the wild card that tears it apart. New characters are often introduced with mysterious pasts, hidden motives, and personal stakes that intertwine with the main storyline, making it impossible to predict their next move. The intrigue lies in watching these figures navigate a world where the rules are constantly shifting and alliances are temporary. Consider the potential of a character who operates in the gray area between law and crime, a strategist who understands how to play both sides. This type of character could serve as an advisor or a dangerous enemy in disguise. Their actions could redefine power dynamics, influencing who rises and who falls. Another possibility is a newcomer tied to the St. Patrick legacy, perhaps with personal revenge or ambition driving them forward. Such a character would not only bring new energy to the story, but also challenge Tariq and Tommy in ways that returning characters cannot. Their presence forces the main players to adapt, rethink strategies, and confront new threats while navigating old rivalries. The exciting thing about new characters and power legacy is that they are often unpredictable. Unlike returning favorites, whose motives and skills we already know, these new faces can shift the narrative in unexpected directions. A seemingly loyal ally could betray Tariq or Tommy at a critical moment, or a quiet, underestimated figure might rise to become a game-changing force. This element of surprise is a core part of the show's appeal. Viewers are constantly guessing who will tip the balance of power, and which new addition will leave the biggest impact. In addition to individual newcomers, the show often introduces groups or organizations that bring broader influence. This could be rival gangs, corporate interests, or underground networks with agendas of their own. These additions create layers of conflict and opportunity, forcing Tariq and Tommy to expand their strategic thinking beyond personal alliances. Every decision whether to trust, manipulate, or eliminate a new player carries weight. A single misstep could ignite a chain reaction that jeopardizes the Empire's growth. For fans, this makes each episode a high-stakes game where every interaction matters. Finally, the dynamic between returning characters and new faces adds another level of intrigue. Will familiar players mentor the newcomers, or will tensions flare as ambitions collide? The interaction between old and new forces can lead to unexpected alliances or shocking betrayals. New characters aren't just replacements for the past, they are catalysts that reshape the Empire, challenge assumptions, and test the loyalty of even the most steadfast allies. As Tariq and Tommy navigate these additions, viewers are kept on edge, watching to see who will rise, who will fall, and who will emerge as a key player in the new era of the Power Legacy universe. Ultimately, the new characters bring life, tension, and unpredictability to the story. They are the wild cards in a universe where power is the ultimate prize. Each one carries the potential to change the course of the Empire, and each decision made by Tariq and Tommy could determine whether they dominate or collapse under pressure. As fans, the thrill is in the speculation, figuring out which new faces will become allies, which will betray, and which will leave a permanent mark on the legacy of the St. Patrick Empire. In Power Legacy, the newcomers aren't just additions, they are the spark that ignites the next chapter of drama, strategy, and high-stakes power plays. In Power Legacy, alliances are fragile and betrayal is inevitable. Tariq and Tommy's empire won't be built by brute strength alone, it will be shaped by strategy, manipulation, and knowing exactly when to trust someone or when to cut them out. The most captivating part of this universe is not who has the most money or firepower, who knows how to move pieces on the chessboard without revealing their intentions. Every handshake, every whispered deal, every sudden disappearance could carry consequences that shake the Empire to its foundation. Tariq, with his intelligence and ambition, is the master of calculated moves. Every alliance he forms has a purpose. Every conversation a hidden layer. He understands the art of power, predict your enemy's moves, anticipate loyalty shifts, and always have an escape plan. Tommy, on the other hand, thrives in chaos. His instinct and ruthlessness allow him to enforce authority in ways that brains alone cannot. Together, they create a balance between calculated strategy and raw power, but even this balance is delicate. Alliances are never guaranteed. Friends can become enemies overnight, and allies can betray without warning if the price is right. Betrayal has always been a signature element of the power universe. Characters who seem loyal often have hidden agendas. A trusted ally could be feeding information to a rival, a friend could be secretly plotting revenge, or a new character could manipulate the situation to rise faster than anyone expects. This constant uncertainty keeps viewers on edge, forcing them to question every interaction and anticipate every twist. In Power, Legacy, betrayal is not just a plot device, it's a survival mechanism. The stronger your empire, the bigger the threat, and the closer the enemies. Tariq and Tommy must navigate these treacherous waters carefully, knowing that one misstep could bring the empire crashing down. Power moves are another critical factor. In this universe, influence and control extend far beyond money. Taking over territories, controlling information, and manipulating rival networks are all tools that define who sits at the top. Tariq and Tommy are both experts in these areas, but their methods differ. Tariq uses intellect, foresight, and manipulation to outmaneuver opponents, often playing a long game that requires patience and precision. Tommy relies on fear, strength, and decisive action to assert dominance quickly. When their approaches align, they are unstoppable, but any disagreement or clash in strategy could open the door for betrayal or loss. The intersection of alliances and betrayals creates the tension. That drives the story. Every character returning or new must navigate shifting loyalties. A subtle gesture, a private meeting, or a sudden act of aggression could signal the start of an alliance or the spark of a betrayal. Fans of Power know that even characters who appear loyal often harbor ambitions that could upend the balance of power. This makes every relationship unpredictable and every alliance both an opportunity and a threat. It's a world where intuition matters as much as intelligence, and one wrong judgment can have deadly consequences. In this new season, the stakes are higher than ever. Tariq and Tommy are no longer just reacting to events, they are actively shaping their empire. Every move is calculated to expand influence, secure allies, and intimidate rivals. Yet they must constantly watch their backs because the very people they trust could become the ones to betray them at the most critical moment. This constant tension between trust and suspicion, loyalty and betrayal is what makes Power Legacy so gripping. It's a reminder that in a world built on power, nothing is permanent and no alliance is unbreakable. Ultimately, the empire that Tariq and Tommy aim to build is not just about wealth, it's about control, dominance, and survival. Every alliance formed, every betrayal executed, and every strategic move made is a step toward consolidating power or falling apart. The brilliance of Power Legacy lies in its unpredictability. Viewers never know who will rise, who will fall, or who will switch sides at the exact moment that could change everything. Alliances, betrayals, and power plays are not just storylines, they are the lifeblood of the empire. And in this dangerous game, only the shrewdest, most ruthless players will survive and thrive.